What if the future of the world hinges not on political treaties or military might, but on the quiet, persistent prayers of ordinary people? In My Heart Will Triumph, Mirjana Soldo, one of the 6 visionaries of Medjugorje, shares her deeply personal and prophetic message from the Virgin Mary. This is not merely a religious text. It is an urgent call to spiritual awakening, offering insights into the secrets revealed to Mirjana, the significance of the 10 days, and the ultimate triumph of love over evil. If you are seeking hope in turbulent times, clarity on the Medjugorje apparitions, or a deeper understanding of the power of prayer and fasting, this audiobook will guide you through a journey of faith, warning, and profound consolation. The narration begins by establishing the historical context of the apparitions in Medjugorje, Bosnia-Herzegovina, starting in 1981. It introduces Mirjana not just as a visionary, but as a woman who has carried a heavy burden of divine secrets for decades. The audiobook format is particularly effective here, as the narration is reverent, intimate, and emotionally resonant. Whether read by Mirjana herself or a narrator capturing her gentle yet firm tone, the voice creates a sense of direct communication from the heart. Listeners are drawn into the mystical experience, feeling the weight of the messages and the urgency of the call to conversion. It creates an atmosphere of sacred intimacy, where the listener feels like a confidant to the heavenly plan. The core of the book focuses on the specific messages given to Mirjana, particularly those concerning the future of the Church and the world. She details the importance of the 5 First Saturdays devotion, the power of the Rosary, and the necessity of fasting as weapons against spiritual darkness. These sections are instructional and challenging, moving beyond passive belief to active spiritual warfare. The narrator guides listeners through these practices with clarity and conviction, explaining the theological basis and the practical steps for implementation. It transforms abstract piety into a concrete strategy for peace. One of the most compelling aspects of My Heart Will Triumph is its discussion of the 10 days and the final secrets. Mirjana shares what she has been permitted to reveal about the coming trials and the eventual victory of the Immaculate Heart. These revelations are sobering yet hopeful, providing a roadmap for navigating the end times with confidence rather than fear. The audiobook captures this dual tone of warning and promise, with a pacing that builds tension before resolving into reassurance. It reminds listeners that while darkness may seem prevalent, light is guaranteed to prevail. The book also addresses the personal cost of Mirjana's mission. She speaks openly about the skepticism, persecution, and physical suffering she has endured while remaining faithful to her role. These revelations are raw and inspiring, highlighting the virtue of perseverance. The narration handles these testimonies with deep respect and empathy, honoring her sacrifice without sensationalism. It validates the difficulty of living out a divine calling in a secular world. As the narrative progresses, the focus shifts to the universal call to holiness. Mirjana emphasizes that the messages are not just for Catholics or Christians, but for all humanity. She speaks of God's infinite mercy and the desire for every soul to be saved. These insights are inclusive and loving, breaking down barriers of denomination and culture. The audiobook supports this universal message, with a tone that is warm and inviting. It invites listeners of all backgrounds to consider the transformative power of divine love. My Heart Will Triumph concludes with a powerful affirmation of hope. Mirjana Soldo leaves listeners with the understanding that no matter how dire the circumstances, the heart of Mary, and by extension, the heart of Jesus, will ultimately triumph. For devotees of Medjugorje, seekers of spiritual truth, or anyone looking for anchor in uncertain times, this audiobook is an essential resource. It proves that faith is not blind optimism, but a steadfast trust in the ultimate victory of good. So put on your headphones, open your heart, and listen. The triumph is coming, and you are part of the plan.